interesting thing about committed relationships is the coming together, and then a cycle enters in which we begin to find ourselves pulling apart or separating in the relationship. And the coming together part is sometimes very nice. It's very romantic. You feel that strong, intimate connection with your partner, and things seem to be going smoothly in your life. And then all of a sudden, there could be, after several years, maybe even as short as a year into the committed relationship, there is that separating um, thing that begins to happen, in which we find it very difficult to connect to the partner. There may be some anger, there may be some insecurities, vulnerabilities. You're not even meshing, even on a sexual, physical level. And it is these times that sometimes can be even more interesting than the coming together, being fully in love part of the cycle. Um, what you can begin to do in your own relationship is to begin to explore what brought the two of you together. What did you see in your partner that you really liked and enjoyed and, um, you know, held in high esteem? Because typically, what you see or what brought you together or what attracted you to your partner will be the thing that will begin to pull you, separate you from your partner, the part that you begin to see as difficult. For example, a woman may see her partner, be attracted to her partner because she sees a very protective side of him, um, a very generous side of him. And then um, after, when she begins to enter into that cycle of um, separating, she begins to feel the protecting part maybe becomes overwhelming or suffocating, or the generous part becomes that he gives himself up too easily, and she sees that as weak. And so, that begins to the process of projecting a negative feeling onto her partner in the relationship. Sometimes with men, could be very common with men, is they sometimes see the woman that they um, are attracted to in the beginning part of the relationship. He sees her as maybe someone who is very loving towards him, someone who holds him up on the pedestal and builds his ego up a little bit, and praises him a lot. And then after a period of years, or even as short as even 1 year, he may begin to see the duality of that, which would be, he may begin to see that there is judgment or criticism in her voice when she talks with him, second guessing his decisions that he may be making around the house or with the household finances. These are very common patterns that can occur in relationships and can be very destructive. What you can begin to do, or what is interesting in relationships, you begin to see that we are projecting our unconscious onto everything that exists out there, and that will include your partner. And so the initial thing that brings in that I'm falling in love feeling is that you are projecting that part within you, in the case of the woman, would to her partner, the protective part that would be the part of her that feels vulnerable and needs protected, but she has that protective part within. It's just not fully developed within her own conscious awareness. And so she does project that out onto the masculine and onto her partner. And within a period of time, with the separating principle, it's that separating principle is meant for her to get in touch with that within herself and reclaim that on a conscious level, so that she is not projecting it onto her partner. And therefore, there is a very strong commitment, intimacy within oneself. and one really begins to connect to the truth of oneself. And when you connect to the truth of yourself, then that is a relationship that really can go into deeper levels of intimacy, because you're not projecting your own unmet expect, ex, expectations within yourself, or your own unmet needs within yourself onto your partner.